I love it when they panic. And I love it when they show their hypocrisy. And I love it when they try to be ironic, but it blows up in their face. Jimmy Dore, if you're watching this, try not to laugh too loud. Do dissidents. Keaton, Russell, if you see this, try not to laugh. Indy, I know you'll get upset, but this is funny to me. And everybody else, give it up for the one, the only AOC. AOC. That's right. Everybody's favorite congressional representative, the do-nothing Congresswoman herself. Well, she decided to respond to Donald Trump's speech, Trumpomania. Trumpomania's run wild. It's run wild. It's run wild here, folks. Trumpomania. But AOC didn't like it. So they decided to do like a 1 hour live stream, right? But folks, sometimes I love it when they try and act cool. But AOC, is there something you want to tell us? Because she's quoted saying, people say I'm a neolib sellout careerist. If I were here to sell out, there would be much more profitable ways, I assure you. AOC. AOC. Girl, baby girl. Girl, baby girl. Horrible choice of words. Now, many of you might be saying, well, gee, Kit, show me proof of this. Show me proof. Hey, look, folks, it's already gone viral. It's out there. And I have to say, it is pure gold. AOC, are you a neoliberal sellout? Yes, I am, Kit.
Oh, man, you're a neolib sellout careerist. But I mean, if I were here to sell out, I'd be there are much more profitable and peaceful ways. I assure you. But and it's not to say that the concerns are bad or without fault and whatever, it may be. I'm not here to dismiss people. I'm not here to tell people that they're wrong. I'm not here to say that their points are invalid. I am here to say that we need to look at what date it is and what time it is. And also, again, I also think that there's certain things about Joe Biden that, again, I'm not.
Oh, she's got to be careful what to say here. Because remember, she got a knock at the door. AOC. Hey, my name's Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I know. I just like saying it. I watch Hard Lens Media. Remember to follow the orders and praise Joe Biden. Because remember, this lady, not only when Joe Biden threw his hat in the ring way back in 2023, she endorsed him right away, just like Bernie Sanders did. But she also said that Biden exceeded expectations. She's all in for Biden. All in. Wait, say that again? Because even she knows she can't lie anymore. Are you sure you're not a neoliberal sellout, AOC? Are you sure? Are you really, really, really sure? And this is just a small snippet. Hold on. Let's play that again. Just one more time.
I am here to say that, we need to look at what date it is and what time it is. And also, again, I also think that there's certain things about Joe Biden that, again, I'm not here to dismiss people's concerns, but also.
Go on.
Again, I also think that there's certain things about Joe Biden that, again, I'm not here to dismiss people's concerns, but I also think there are certain things about Joe Biden as a candidate and as a person that people often conflate with other issues. For example, he had the debate that he had. That debate had no people.
What? AOC, look, I know you're special in the head sometimes, but you can't be this dumb. Huh? You cannot be this dumb, AOC. I refuse. I refuse to believe it, but I could see people typing. I don't care where you stand politically, Kit. No, man, really, she is. But you don't have to believe me. We got a little bit more of this. All right. We're not going to sit through all of it, But enough of it. This lady is in her own reality.
But that's an aside. That's what I'm here for in terms of work. I'm here because I want to talk to you all about all of this craziness that you see in the media about Joe Biden.
Notori Lee. That's not family friendly. That's not family friendly at all.
And I'm just ripping the Band-Aid off because I think that it's really important that people get the straight truth. And I feel like there has been a lot of smoke screens that have been going on about this, and that people have not been getting told the full story here. And I want to put...
You can tell she's making this up as she goes along because she's triggered by what happened at the RNC convention. Now, look, that was the dumbest speech I ever heard. You know, hey, listen, Trump supporters, I love you, but look, I'm not a Republican supporter. I'm not a Democrat supporter. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about Trumpomania. But she was so triggered by what happened at the RNC convention. And let's face it, Trump's campaign and Biden's campaign are night and day. Okay. Trump looks like an all-star performer compared to Biden. And here she is now trying to collectively save the sinking ship of the Democratic Party. I am feasting on you slowing and pausing, because notice how many times she's pausing. That for earlier clip that I played where she said, some people say I'm a neoliberal sellout. Horrible choice of words there, AOC. Horrible choice of words.
All my cards out on the table because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm telling you that as who I am. I do not have a crystal ball. I don't know what's going on, but I believe that you all deserve to know what I see in this moment as I see it.
And it is a bunch of stupid stuff. I mean, that earlier clip that I played, the reason why Biden didn't do too well is because there was no audience. What? That is that one of those things? Like, seriously, AOC, listen. Just because you're not doing the insider trading doesn't excuse you from not being a sellout. When people needed you for force to vote, you were nowhere to be seen. And boy, it sure did take you a while to even say the G word, a genocide, right? Took her a long time to say that.
And I'm going to take you through my thinking. And if you disagree with it, and if you think it's terrible, and if you think I'm wrong, that's fine. But I at least want you to know what I see, and we can all come to our own conclusions. All right. So let's get into it. We saw 2-3 weeks ago now, the president debated Donald Trump, and that debate sucked. Okay. It sucked for everybody. Donald Trump sucked. Joe Biden didn't do well.
So wait, Donald Trump sucked and Joe Biden didn't do well. I thought you said the whole thing sucked, right? But Joe Biden didn't do too well. Bias showing much, AOC? Don't worry, I could see the crap coming out your mouth.
To say the least, and it was just not great. I think, to be very frank, it pretty closely captured what I...
She was going to say it's capitulated. Captured. Capitulate and capture, two different things altogether, AOC. Who's writing your speech? Did you just do this off the hip? You know, just ready to shoot off the hip, right? That's the reason why you're doing this, because you got Trump derangement syndrome, and probably got a call from Nancy. AOC, listen, it's Mama Bear. You tell these poor people that they got to support us Democrats.
I think a lot of the mood in the country is right now, which is that people don't love where we're at. They don't love our options. A lot of people don't love that we have the same exact matchup all over again, which is to say that the debate didn't change much at all. It didn't really change a lot in terms of people's perceptions, in terms of where the electorate is at. And going into the debate, I'm pretty sure a lot of people knew that the president is old. The president is very old.
Yeah. No, she has, it's either she has to be high in this video, severely afraid of a second Trump presidency, or worst case scenario, she actually believes what she's saying, or either that she just likes to hear herself talk. She could be one of those people. I don't know which answer that is. Perhaps you, my viewing audience, have a better idea. And you know what? I'll let you decide. No such thing as a wrong answer. What do you think the whole purpose of this is? For AOC to hear herself talk? To rally the liberals and progressives to vote blue? Whatever your answer is, it's not the wrong answer. Be creative, folks.
Donald Trump is also very old and a racist and a neo-Nazi.
Neo-Nazi.
But anyways,
so racist, neo-Nazi. You have proof? You have proof of this? Look, I'm not a Trump supporter, but Jesus Christ, AOC, if you're going to be making these accusations, like what? Because, you know, Joe Biden's track record, I just got to say this. It's not cash money. Joe Biden was against busing and desegregation. Joe Biden is one of the architects of the crime bill that incarcerated Black and Latino communities. Okay, the reason why we have a high prison industrial complex population, first name Joe, last name Biden, all thanks to good old horn dog Bill Clinton himself. That's not a lie, that's a fact. Same Joe Biden who was against a woman's right to choose. Because you do realize he was against, you know, Roe v. Wade, right? AOC? But Trump's a racist and a bigot. Fine. He's a neo-Nazi. Woogie, boogie, 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 boogie. Orange man bad. This is all what she has. AOC, you are not a serious person.
I'm not even going to talk about Trump right now.
But yet you bring him up. He lives rent-free in your head.
So we knew that going into it. And I feel like people knew that coming out of it. Now, what we also saw and what I've seen is that a lot of people who follow politics, a lot that I've noticed of kind of this like class of people above, I shouldn't say above, but like separate from voters. Like we all know, we live in this country. There's voters, and then there's people with power, and there's people with a lot of money, and there's people with a lot of influence. And in the country that we live in, we have everyday people, and we have voters, and we have government. And then you kind of have this class of people in between, from pundits and media and wealthy people. And
she has no fucking clue what she's saying. This is these are the ramblings of a United States Congresswoman who is so afraid of Trump. Politics be damned. If Trump gets reelected, that's all what she's going to be talking about. Trump this and Trump that. What about Medicare for all? Guys, we totally have to stop Trump. What about ending the prison industrial complex? Guys, we have to stop Trump. What about, investing into our infrastructure? You guys, we got to stop Trump. What about stopping Nancy Pelosi from doing insider trading? You guys, you want me to get popped in the head? That's Nancy's bread and butter. Girl, baby girl, you're way off on that.
And donors and organization leaders and whatever. And they kind of occupy this space in between. Oh, look at that. They kind of occupy.
I can't wait for the DNC convention. I just can't wait. I really want this to be a clown show. All right. Please. Cat Williams, Prophet Cat Williams. You said that all lies will be revealed. Please make sure that the convention will be hilarious.
This space in between voters and the policies that we get. And a lot of times that's why government sucks, right? Like, because lobbyists are there and whatever's happening. Anyways, so the debate happens, it doesn't go well. And then all of a sudden afterwards, you get a lot of people in this strata. And I'm not here to dismiss if you think, for example, if you are of the opinion that Joe Biden should be replaced as a nominee, I'm not here to attack you on that. I'm not here to like whatever, but I just want you to know what I'm seeing. And this group of people, right? Like if you believed this before, that didn't change anything. What changed was this class of people.
Look, listen, she keeps on bringing this class of people. This class, salty digital dive. I think you're talking about superdelegates, you idiot. Yeah, AOC. Remember superdelegates 2016, 2020? Those are the people that decide who becomes the nominee. Liberal voters, I know. Try not to spit out your mimosas. Try not to, drop your frappuccino, cappuccino, Al Pacino. Don't drop that delicious bagel, that New York style bagel. Shout out to Do Dissidents. There you go. Don't drop that New York style bagel or New York style pizza. But you value and equal nothing in the Democratic primary. You're only just participants. You just get a gold star. Superdelegates decide who becomes the nominee. The Republican nomination was more Democratic than the Democratic nomination. Anyways, I've said this before so many times, but I like how she's holding her hands like this. It's this big. I'll let you decide what that could be.
After that debate. Fine, valid. Now, what I am concerned by when it comes to this case is that they are, the case for this is about polling. Like there's someone here in the chat, right? He's behind in every swing state. This isn't an argument. Others may be polling better, etc. I think that this is the case that's being laid out, right? It is about the polling. It's about the data. And again, I'm not here to dismiss people. And I think it's very important to say that. And I think it's very important to say in general that I'm not here to question or attack the motives of people's regard.
What she's saying is, shut up, you guys, and stop criticizing Joe Biden. Nancy will give me the gas if I don't speak out. Come on, you guys, stop being critical of Biden. I like how I paused it right here. Perfect screenshot. She's like, Kit, please stop interrupting me. I'm speaking here. Well, no. And by the way, folks, it's just a few more delicious minutes of this entire meltdown, but this is who AOC is. This is who she's always been. She's always been an empty airhead. Cenk, Kyle, on behalf of everybody in the United States, when you created that Justice Democrats, why did you curse us with this? Hey, DSA, I know you didn't endorse her this time around, or you dropped that endorsement. Go get your girl, all right? Because this clown is an absolute embarrassment. And my biggest regret is if I ever had to say anything nice about her in older segments for Hard Lens Media. I regret it. I take it back. I am so sorry. Never again.
Regardless of their position on this. Like, I think what is motivating I'm sorry why these things keep popping up. I don't know why.
Yeah. So mature, AOC.
I think what is legitimately motivating a lot of people in this conversation is that everybody is terrified of a Trump presidency. And everybody wants to do everything and anything possible to prevent that from happening. And I think that regardless of your position on that, I think an overwhelming amount of people are motivated by that. And we are in an age and in a digital culture where people have gotten way too comfortable and gotten way too reflexive in this habit of anyone who doesn't agree with me is stupid, or everyone who doesn't agree with me.
Yeah. You're the one who cheerleaded that on. I mean, the reason why the Bernie Sanders campaign was also failing miserably. Yes, first of all, Bernie was a nutless wonder and a cuck. But my goodness, AOC, weren't you against Bernie going on to Joe Rogan's show? You know, I mean, hell, you were so against Jimmy Dore and Forced to Vote. That infamous tweet when he's just asking you, hey, there's this tactic from DSA, your fantastic friends. Forced to Vote can work. You and 14 other congressmen and women form a coalition, you know, the squad, which is what we thought, which it wasn't. Name only because Nancy Pelosi gave him that name, and it was an insult, really, that you can form a voting block. It turns out, yeah, Forced to Vote does work. Representative Matt Gaetz, the Republican, proved that it's correct.
Doesn't see the full landscape of things, or anyone who doesn't agree with me is a bad person, or
you mean everyone who doesn't agree with me is a Nazi, right? That's what you want to say.
Lazy or corrupt or whatever. And I legitimately believe that this is a situation where a lot of people are motivated by very shared goals and may look at the landscape of things and come to different conclusions. So I want to say that because I want you to see what I'm seeing. This class.
The superdelegates. Now, the thing is, I love my audience. I truly do. Just it gets dumber. Just hold on. It's almost over. The torture session's almost over. Because I'm not going to have you sit through 54 minutes of this. Just bear with me. This is just the opening salvo. This is her wanting to hear her voice.
Of donors, decision makers, power players, etc.
Superdelegates. The word you're looking for is superdelegates.
Started to waver after the debate. And they're looking at the polling and they're looking at the performance and they're saying all of these things and they're saying, we need to jump ship. Now, I think there's a couple of things there, but
this is a word salad supreme with sprinkles of shite, diarrhea, vomit, and more word salad. This lady doesn't know what she's talking about.
Let's say you're convinced by that argument. I'm not entirely, by the way, because I have not seen the fully laid out bulletproof data case. It's also July, but I totally can concede that a person very invested can have all these counterpoints to that.
We're going to stop there. Listen, this is only 8 minutes, 17 seconds. This is her trying to defend Joe Biden's miserable record. This is her emotional, immature reaction to the RNC convention and Donald Trump's speech. Because she talked about Trump. She said she wouldn't, but girl, baby girl, she did. No, truly, she did. Because, again, 25 seconds right here. Stopping Trump.
Is that everybody is terrified of a Trump presidency. And everybody wants to do everything and anything possible.
So what she's saying to all of us, and by the way, Mastermind Hour, that's pure gold. That is 100% pure gold. Just imagine this is your blind date with AOC. You're not going to get a word in, and if you say anything, it makes you automatically racist. How would you fare on a blind date with AOC? Type in the comment section below.
Of a Trump presidency. And everybody wants to do everything and anything possible to prevent that from happening. And I think that regardless of your position on that, I think an overwhelming amount of people are motivated by that.
So to stop Trump. But again, we return right back where we got started from. AOC, you're saying the quiet part loud. Are you or are you not a sellout?
Oh man, like you're a neolib sellout, careerist. Like, but I mean, if I were here to sell out, I'd be making. There are much more profitable and peaceful ways.
Oh God!
I assure you. And it's not to say that like the concerns are bad or without fault and whatever, it may be. I'm not here to dismiss people. I'm not here to tell people that they're wrong. I'm not here to say.
So, in other words, you're not here to tell people that we're not wrong. Okay, fine. So, you know what I say? I think you are a failure of a politician. You're a hack fraud. You took people for a ride. When people asked you to fight, you didn't. You went to bat for the Democratic establishment. So, you may not be doing that insider trading, but you're still a sellout. Hey, folks, let's have democracy in the chat. Is AOC a sellout? Type 1 for no, Kit. She's a serious congresswoman. Shame on you, you awful man. The type 2, she is a sellout. She just said it, and she giggled about it. Hee. Jimmy, you're going to have a field day video with this one. This mentally immature person. And for 54 minutes, she was doing that live stream. 54 minutes. A reaction to Trump, the failures of Biden, and the failures of the Democrats. She did that. 54 minutes. 54 minutes of nothing. 54 minutes of just her talking. I think she just wanted to hear her own voice or manifest something as she's speaking. Oh, please, if I say enough things, people will believe me. At one point, AOC, you, Bernie, and the progressives would fill in stadiums. Now you're lucky you get anybody to show up. You know, she truly is not a serious person.